Look at my feet when I squat. Look at my ankles. What do they do when I squat? It's very easy to see in these videos what my feet are doing because I'm wearing these minimalistic shoes, and so all of the behavior of my feet are very visible on camera. If I was to wear the Remoleos that I have, or a bit more supportive shoes that lock me in, I could really strap up and tighten those shoelaces. You wouldn't be able to see as well with those rigid kind of supportive shoes. But with these shoes, you can see everything. You can see the lack of dorsiflexion I have there. You can see that when I put weight on my shoulders and that dorsiflexion gets compressed into a better position, you can see that ankle starts to, it gets dorsiflexion, but it starts to collapse. The arches collapse. So these compensations that I'm entering, that I'm going into to allow that dorsiflexion because of the weight on my shoulders, is making other issues. So it just goes to show you that if you don't address the primary problem, you're going to make two problems down the road. Now I have a dorsiflexion issue, and also I have a bung hip, maybe secondary to the flat foot. When I played basketball, I weighed a lot less weight. I was like 80 kilos. Now I'm 100 kilos. And over the journey of training for, let's say, strength training, powerlifting training, that type of thing, I've put on size, a lot more muscle. There's no doubt about that. But I've noticed deterioration in my feet. It's almost like my feet cannot support the weight that I'm carrying. The frequent squatting only further facilitates this problem. I'm not running anymore. I'm not playing basketball anymore. I'm not playing soccer anymore. So my feet have essentially deteriorated to a point where they don't really suit the rest of my body. So my knees and my hips are strong, my back is strong, my shoulders are strong, everything is strong, but my feet and my essentially the lower leg doesn't get any attention at all because I'm not doing any sporting kind of plyometric type movement. This has been bothering me for a little while now. You can see it on camera that my arches collapse with each squat. The right one is worse than the left. And, I'm just starting to think maybe this is all an issue related to this, collapsing arches. Whether it's directly related to the hip or not, I'm not sure. I've traveled down many roads to kind of work out what is the driver, what is the cause of the pain that I get when I push the squats. Many have kind of come up empty-handed, what I've tried to address, but this one seems to be interesting me right now. I can't get away from the fact that doing lots of pulling, deadlift up motions, RDLs, rack pulls never produces hip pain. But when I ask my body to get into a more dorsiflex position, i.e. a squatty type of motion, I start to get pain. So maybe it's a relation of, it's related to I don't have enough dorsiflexion to squat. Deadlifting doesn't stress it. RDLs and all these type of hinge movements don't require a lot of dorsiflexion, and therefore my hips stay aligned. But the moment I start to load a squat type of motion where I need that dorsiflexion, maybe there are compensations happening upstream that are kind of translating into the hip and causing, maximum weight, causing issues and overuse type of injuries. I'm not sure whether this is what's happening or not. Frankly, until I give it a good old go, I won't know. So in the background, one of you guys has already kind of pointed it out in the videos. In the background, I'm doing a lot of calf raises, lots and lots of calf raises. I'm basically getting up to 1,000 calf raises, if not every single day, every other day. I'm doing them in all sorts of ways. I'm doing them really wide stance. I'm doing a really narrow stance. I'm doing a normal stance. Doing them elevated, turned in, turned out, all sorts of ways. And I found a few positions that really stress my ankle, stress of course the calves, but also stress the plantar. I don't know what the muscles are called of the plantar aspect of the foot, the plantar fasciitis type of area. Not that I have fasciitis, but plantar fascia rather. So all of these types of things, being really worked with calf raises. Obviously, tibialis anterior raises would probably be a good idea as well. But I keep thinking about the same old thing. You know, a tight muscle is a weak muscle. I don't have the world's biggest calves, so maybe there's a relationship there. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is that it's a glaring issue that every single time I've reviewed my videos, even going back a few months, even a few years, I can see this issue always arising. And I always think to myself, okay, maybe this is not a big problem if you are squatting, you know, a small amount, the volume is small. But as soon as I get into lots and lots of volume of squats, maybe that's where the issues arise, because the lack of dorsiflexion. Maybe there's, you know, dorsiflexion limitations from side to side. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe there's like a twisting, torquey type thing happening, and it's all being exhibited at the hip level. I'm not sure. But the reason why I'm kind of just doing a shit ton of calf raises is because calf raises is so easy to do, and I seem to recover so quickly. I mean, these muscles of the lower leg are super endurance kind of related. Everyone knows that you need lots and lots of volume to kind of get the calves to do anything. So I can do anything, any amount of volume, as long as, you know, I manage it day to day. So that's what I'm doing in the background. I mean, today you guys saw what I did there. I failed the 142. I did a silly thing, man. I opened up the session. I wanted to do some loo raises, and I got carried away with them. Really got carried away. Today was supposed to be a bench press day. I mean, I've done a lot of calf raises leading up to all of this in the morning. But by the time I got to the bar, you know, I started doing some loo raises, quickly did some sort of warm up with the squat, came back to the squat later on as well. I did some front squats, worked up to 140. So I did 2 lots of squats in one session with the bench press in the middle. And I was thinking I was going to have a really good session with the 100 kilos, maybe get 10 sets of 10, but the loo raises completely fatigued the shoulders. So I thought maybe I'll just work up to a heavy single. I got 130, and I thought maybe just let's try and sneak in a 142 kilo PR on the bench press. It didn't work out clearly. I'm not nowhere near my top strength in the bench press. I'm kind of working with the volume right now, but it was a cheeky attempt that didn't kind of go through. Anyway, appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.